You need FortiCloud account to be able to download firmware images, virtual machine trial images, and to request technical support from Fortinet. Keep in mind technical support, firmware updates, and dynamic updates for services like antivirus, IPS, and web filtering all require active license to use. Start by signing up for a free account on support.fortinet.com. As I log into my FortiCloud account, I'm getting my existing device list. In here you'll see some of my older physical devices as well as virtual machine series. And in here you can download the licenses if you purchased any. We get the services menu for all the Fortinet services, but we are mainly concerned about the support menu. In here we have the firmware download, VM images, and create a ticket. Those are the three options that we need the most. First, the firmware download. If you're a new customer, you might not get access to this page, but if you have a licensed product, you get access to this download directory where you can download any firmware version for any FortiGate product. So let's say I'm gonna go into the latest version 7.0.0. I have to go to the subversion folder, and in here I'll see .out format files, which is the firmware files for Fortinet product, and it's specific for every device model. So in here you will see all the Fortigate models, and you have to download the one specific to your device. Also, you can change the product from the top from Fortigate to a different product and download the firmware files for that product. For example, the FortiManager, the central manager for Fortinet product, also has the firmware files for version 7.0.0 for the different physical models and VM series. You should only download and install updates if you have the license for firmware updates. So now I'm going to go back to the FortiCloud menu, and I want to show you the second option, which is the VM images. In here you will be able to download trial images for different Fortinet products like Fortigate, and you can choose the specific platform you are using. The first platform we will use is the VMware ESXi. This image can be installed in both VMware Workstation and also VMware ESX platform. And you cannot install this version on VMware free player version. You will also get different versions like 7.0.0, the previous version 6.4, and the oldest version 6.2. Keep in mind 6.2 is more buggy, so I would recommend going either for 7.0.0 or 6.4 branch. So you choose whatever version you want to download the image in, and then you'll get an option for an upgrade or a new deployment. So for a new setup, all you need is to download the new deployment file, which comes in .ovf format. When you download this compressed file, it will have multiple files inside that correspond to the operating system, the log disk, and different files to use with VMware products. And we will explore how to deploy this later in the VMware Workstation video. The second platform we will explore is KVM, and this image is suitable to use with GNS3 network emulator software. The same, you will choose the firmware version you are interested in, and then you will download the new deployment file. Inside this file, there will only be a single file in .qcow format. Now I will switch to a physical device that I recently owned, and in here you will see this device is licensed for firmware updates, IPS, antivirus. However, the FortiCare support is red, which means if I go to the Fortinet support website and I'm trying to open a technical support ticket to Fortinet, it will ask me for the serial number of the device. So I'm just going to go to the GUI for the device, and I'm just going to grab the serial number and copy it. And if I try to open a ticket with this device, it will reject my input. And that's because every new device you own, you have to add it to your inventory. So the way you do this, you go to the FortiCloud main page, you just register more devices, enter your serial number for your firewall, choose the kind of entity. Now for easier tickets in the future, I'm just going to give it a nickname or a description, Elasticourse 61F, which is the model. I will also enter my FortiCloud key, which is a small sticker printed on the firewall. And then I'm going to click next. And finally, you will get this review for the product entitlement, which shows which feature you are allowed to use and what kind of technical support you are given. In this case, you just verify the expiration dates are correct, mark that you accept the terms, and finally it will say registration complete. Now give it a few hours because this doesn't work right away. But now when you go into the support menu and try to open a ticket as before, you'll see that once you start typing the device name, now it will show up and you will be able to ask for technical support if your license allows it. Also on the device, after a few hours, it will reflect the FortiCare support registration is complete with the green, and it will also show you which expiration date for your license.